Shark and everything that rocks on this Wednesday afternoon. My name is Rob Rush. I got Orlando, Brian, and Kevin from Candlebox all hanging out. And we got an interesting story about that song, Kevin. Because Dave Cruzen, who was the original drummer of Pearl Jam, is now the drummer for Candlebox. So tell us about your Yellow Ledbetter tale.
Well, Dave's always said that was just basically a song that they had kind of been working out to check to make sure the levels and everything on the tape was right. And Rick, the producer, come in and said, we need to track that song. And he's like, I don't have lyrics. It's like, well, just sing something, we'll make it a B-side and come back to it and figure out the words. And they never did. And obviously it's a great song.
So that mumbled stuff is what Eddie was not sure what he was saying?
It's like, it's like hard to sing Zoodle Zouse with all these marbles in my mouth.
Yeah, Weird Al!
But yeah, really, I mean, listen, a lot of times as a singer, that's what you do. When you don't have the lyrics for a song, and I know on this record for Candlebox, a lot of what I was working on in the studio was just that sort of thing. You have a melody and you just kind of mumble out what you can to kind of work that melody out. So
and then you put the lyrics in.
And you come back to the lyrics, and yeah, that's a song I think that eventually they should come back to the lyrics to and write something, Eddie, because it's a great song,
Now Brian has been in the band for about a year?
6 months now.
Okay. So you've been recording with the band. Has the process changed getting new musicians in the band? Like, are you learning more on how to write songs with Candlebox? And has your songwriting process changed, Kevin, with new guitar players in the band?
Oh, for sure. Well, yeah, just getting to write with a different bunch of guys than I've ever written with before is always a new experience. It's always educational for sure, especially with these guys being on the level that they're at, just to be in the studio with them and write with them and just to go through the whole organic process of writing.
Sure.
So it's always a new thing no matter who you're writing with. I mean, it's different even from Le Projet to Candlebox. This record was definitely a little bit different for me going in because I hadn't heard, they had a lot of stuff written or ideas fleshed out before I had come in and put my parts on or whatnot. So I was hearing a lot of it for the first time as we were sitting there working it out right in the studio.
Sure.
So it was a different way for me to make a record than I have in the past, but I definitely enjoyed it and kind of sharpens your skills in a different way. And
Yeah, I think that what I like to do a lot of times in the studio is I feel that the pressure of not being prepared makes you a better musician, and it makes you work harder at your craft. And I think with this record, with Brian and Mike being two new guitar players, I knew what both of them were capable of. I know that they're two entirely different players, and I knew that if I could get them in a position where they could have their comfort zone be uncomfortable,
Sure.
that I would get the best out of them, and I did. I mean, when the world hears this record, they're going to be amazed. It's the best record we've ever made, in my opinion.
March 11th it comes out, right?
Well, it was supposed to be March 11th. They pushed it back to April, I think 15th, because they wanted an extra month to set up for radio and whatnot.
Well, you guys know we'll play the entire thing, right?
Yeah, I know you will. You play everything, right?
Well, yeah, we got between Fresh Blood and between Crown of Thorns.
Yeah.
It's Rob Rush, Orlando, Brian, and Kevin from Candlebox. They are doing the sold-out Ho 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 Fest 4 tonight over at Revolution in Amityville. The only way to get in is to win, but that might be, or I should say to have tickets, but we might have a chance.
About 5 after the hour, Kevin's going to make an announcement. But
so
right now,
the text to win. There's all right. Well, I'm not going to stand it.
we got some stuff going on.
But to give you
Candlebox is here, bro. We got some stuff going on.
I know. You got to smile a mile long. But to give a taste for maybe those that couldn't make it tonight, you guys can do songs. So
Yeah, we'll play you that big one that we wrote a long time ago.
the one that was
About the guy tattooed on my arm.
Yes.